That's your reputation. But then you're giving a false sense of hope because if you do it for one person,
you open the floodgate.
next person's going to think that it's okay to do that as well, and it's not. It's just not on. It should never. I'm sorry. It should never. Not sorry. That you should never. You should. It shouldn't be a thing, and we shouldn't act like it's okay either. When have we as a society given that the green light?
Joining it is Morokaii to Oz. We're back on every single Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday, 7 a.m. on Spotify and 4:30 p.m. on YouTube.
So, I know that we started off the other podcast, and people might be like, "Am I watching the same podcast?" You're not. It's about America again, and I know right now you're probably like, "Wait, come on, we're pretty trending out with all this American bullshit. We live in Australia.
Yeah,
give us some Australian news." And there is some news, I guess, in Australia. For those of you who aren't aware, Logan Paul, KSI, and Mike Malak, George as well, they're all in Australia. They're promoting Prime.
Yep.
They're all doing their own thing.
Some of the biggest YouTubers
There
in the world.
is a nightclub I know, that is in our region,
Yep.
for better or for worse. Mike Malak is hosting, and I'm going to be honest, I don't want to step in the club because I feel like I'm too old for clubbing now. But for the off chance to say hi, potentially maybe wear this T-shirt, maybe not this T-shirt, I probably need to give it a wash, but just to wear some merch, get him to either sign it or take a photo with him and just use it as fucking promo material.
Mate, there's...
But I don't think I'd actually get the chance to meet. I feel like he'd be having that much security with him.
Am I the dream killer? Because I said to you, I'm like, mate, there's not a... Because I love him as a YouTuber too. Like, I'm like, this guy is like one of my top of all time. But part of me just went, oh, mate, if they got packed out for Geordie Shore, right, I'm thinking the line is going to be so big. That club is notorious for letting in underage kids as well.
It's true. That is very true.
I'm just thinking the line's going to be massive. The just nightclub in general, I was like, I don't know if I'm even going to meet him. So I was a bit of a vibe killer with it because I don't know.
But you're also being realistic.
Yeah.
As well, if I'm being completely honest. So I think the only thing for me that had like a glimmer of hope is I'm like, look, their Facebook page has like a couple of thousand likes. There's only 68 people that have reacted to that specific flyer, and there's only 18 shares. There's not quite a lot of comments. So I'm like, maybe do people not know who he is? Because in all seriousness, if I wasn't in the YouTube space like what we are, if I saw just randomly on my Facebook like Mike May, I'd be like, who the fuck is that?
Well, I guess
like in all
it's
seriousness,
not in the city as well. I think if it was in the city,
it is very random though that he's coming out to where he's coming out to.
that is random.
Like of all the places, and I was saying this to the mate I work with, I'm like, why the fuck of Melbourne would you pick there? Of all the places in Melbourne that you could visit, why there?
Well, what would you do if out of the blue, because he's going down, like obviously him and Logan Paul are mates. Well, what happens if one night Logan, his plans get cancelled? He's like, oh, you come to this club with me. Like, you've got nothing else to do. Come on down. And without the announcement, Logan Paul goes there
That's
too.
the other thing. I'm like, this is a big opportunity. And I know I'm laying down a massive pipe dream. But you got to dare to dream sometimes.
You do. Well, how far would you go for someone you look up to?
Well, that's
and also, what are you looking to gain from a quick conversation with them?
I think the experience alone would just be really cool. Like, I know that sounds really, like, stupid, but just having the, like, being like, dude, I had, like, a full 5-minute conversation with like, just walking away being like, I got to do that.
Yeah.
Like, that's a pretty fucking cool experience. And, like, even if I was like, oh, yeah, this is Morokai, this is my brand, like, I've got a podcast, and even if he was just like, yeah, man, that's cool, he still knows that, like, some random guy, like, not saying that he'd look it up, but it's just like, he's aware of the pod, like, he knows it.
Mm-hmm.
He might not watch it, he might not tell anyone about it, but he knows it, what Morokai is.
Even if it is only for like a minute, like it stays in his memory.
It's there. It's there. The other thing that I was thinking as well, though, because I'm like, well, if they come out to Melbourne, Logan Paul is with his partner as well, and I'm pretty certain Logan has said that he likes wine. The Yarra Valley's notorious for wineries.
They are.
So there's a scare. I don't think he would because I imagine that like their schedule's so tight and all that. But there is the off chance that it could be right in our backyard. Which would be crazy.
Do you have a celebrity that you would spend your entire weekend going to, let's say, wineries on the maybe the 5% chance that you could run into that celebrity? Do you have someone like that?
I really don't know if I could be asked. I'm going to be completely honest.
Yeah.
Like I think, don't get me wrong, the encounter would be cool. But if I've spent if I'm working my ass off during the week and Saturday, Sunday, I'm pledging my life away just for the chance, a glimmer of hope that I run into them, I just don't think it's worth it.
I've got a great topic.
I don't think it's worth. I think that's like some sort of level of like dedication that I just don't have.
Okay, I wanted to talk about this and it's just come into my head. This is a fantastic topic to talk about because it fucks me right off.
Beautiful.
It fucks me right off. So we're talking right now about celebrities, trying to meet celebrities, and for some people, there might be, it could be an influencer, it could be a motivational speaker who has genuinely changed their life. So there might be someone who will happily, without a thought, go out of their way to possibly run into them and spend a heap of money for that just one-off chance. What I see that makes me extremely angry, whether it be kids, teenagers, could be adults, might be a concert, or it could be on the footy field. Fans who disrespect that social boundary and run up on stage. Or, okay, so let's just say...
I think even if you just see the celebrity out in public though, and they're with their family or their children.
No, yeah, that's true. But I'm talking. Let's say I'll do two scenarios. Okay. Justin Bieber's on stage, and some girl has run up to hug Justin Bieber. I completely agree, but I'll put that scenario there. And then you've got maybe Messi is walking into his locker room, and a kid's jumped the barricade, run up to hug Messi. Right? What fucks me off more than anything is that there might be an even bigger fan than this person, that someone who loves them so much, but they respect their boundaries. But then you get that off chance. Maybe Justin Bieber's had a really good day. Maybe there's just something where he's just like, oh, no, it's okay. And he hugs the fan and maybe gives them a shirt or just, I don't know, has a little conversation with them or says, hey, send it backstage. I'll sign some stuff for you. Like, it's all right, sweetheart. Or Messi, hey, takes off his jumper and gives it to the kid.
Cool.
That drives me fucking insane because you've gone against the rules that everyone else is abiding by.
Yeah,
you've gone, and not only that, it makes it harder for security.
Oh shit!
Because
yeah,
there's some security. I saw one with, and I'm going on a rant here. If I was a security guard, and I don't care who it is, if someone ran up to a celebrity and got within touching distance, I have no idea if they've got a knife. I have no idea what is going on. There was a soccer player who he went up. No, that's right. His girlfriend went up to him on the soccer pitch. And there was a whole heap of fans around as well. And the security was freaking out. He was pushing people away from him because they're like, oh, he's going to be in danger. And he pushed the girl away. But what the player was trying to do was he was trying to propose to her.
Oh, right.
So the security got ripped apart. Like, people hated this guy. But in my view, I go, this guy's doing his job, and he has no idea there's a relationship there. But what I'll ask you is, do you think it's okay that people can cross these social boundaries?
I straight up don't think you should ever do that. Mm-hmm. You're putting yourself at risk, and the celebrity or like the fame, whoever it is, you're putting them at a major risk. Do you know how awkward that is for them? Mm-hmm. And also, if all eyes are on that specific person, you don't want to come across as a fuckwit, do you? That's bad publicity. That's tabloids. That's articles. That's your reputation. But then you're giving a false sense of hope because if you do it for one person,
you open the floodgates.
The next fucking person's going to think that it's okay to do that as well, and it's not. It's just not on. It should never. I'm sorry. It should never. Not sorry. Fuck that. You should never. You should. It shouldn't be a thing. And we shouldn't act like it's okay either. When have we as a society given that the green fucking light?
I don't know, because it happens one off, and sometimes I think that the celebrity, it could be a range of things that's happened in their day, that maybe they're in the better mood, or maybe they've seen the kids crying or the teenagers crying and they don't want to hurt them any more than it is. But, I think it's so,
in that position
I think
to
it's
do it
so
to themselves.
wrong to reward those people. Because you could have a bigger fan, like let's say a Messi fanatic that has stayed behind the barricade to find the best spot that he can hopefully high-five Messi.
Yeah.
And then you've got a kid who doesn't give a fuck, who has jumped the barricade to
it's just not on. Like, I'm not about it at all. Like, at all. It happens, and it happens far too often. I don't know when we thought it was okay to do this, or have that perception. In the NBA, I've noticed that, like, some, obviously, which is awesome, and I think it's really cool that the NBA players are quite interactive with the fans. Like, after the games, like, they might give their shoes to a kid or the jersey to sign some signatures, talk to supporters, fans, and all that. But I often see sometimes, and I don't know how this happens, but, like, there was an incident where a player went to watch his team play, Miami Heat, and he wanted to watch his favourite basketball player, Jimmy Butler. They travelled like a couple of hours. Maybe they were from a different state. They finally got a ticket, and the player wasn't playing. So obviously the kids shouted, they're upset. They had a sign being like, travel blah, blah, blah to meet you. The team then obviously, like, social media being what it is today, which for whatever reason seems to have such a large say, they made this kid somewhat famous. The team got in touch with the kid, so now he's got a signed jersey from his favourite basketball player on the team and all that. And it's just like, are you doing that, though? Do you actually care for the kid, or is this because it's like a feel-good story? So, like, the publicity that you get from it is like, wow, that's pretty cool that team did that. I now root for them. I'm about that. Because how many kids have gone to the basketball sports in general? I mean, fuck me. America played basketball against Australia. People bought tickets for some ridiculous prices, being like LeBron's going to be here, Kevin Durant's going to be here, all these big A-list basketball players, and they sent their B rookie team across. I would be furious knowing that I spent $500, if not $1,000, a couple of thousand, to sit courtside to this game, because LeBron and all that don't really come to Australia. There's no need to. And all that, right? I've spent like some hard-earned savings, if not some life savings, inheritance money, and all that, to see these players in person, right in front of my eyes, from me to the camera away, and they've decided not to come across. If I make a sign saying that I'm angry, they're not going to be like, oh, we'll send him out a jersey. Yeah. That's too bad. Like, you wanted to go to the game.
Yeah. I've seen it before. So people get extremely mad. Let's say concerts, for example. If someone cancels a tour or they've cancelled the night. I remember when
that happened to me.
I remember I went to WWE and we got there and John Cena was the biggest draw of all, like, ever.
I got
in
to
that
see
time.
him live. That was pretty cool.
And they told us John Cena will not be showing tonight. And obviously it's like, well, this is a once in a year thing. So unless I travel to America, I'm not going to see him again. It's not going to happen. So it's shattering. But sometimes I'm like, give the celebrity an out. How many times have we had, let's just say, a night out and we are ruined? Like, we are our worst self. We're wrecked. There was Katy Perry. She got a text from her husband, Russell Brand, saying, we're done. And this was as she's getting hair and makeup for her own concert. And she still performed.
That's incredible.
So
I couldn't have done that.
Oh, mate. So some people, when they're really sick, and they have to cancel a show, which is a big thing in itself, and people go nuts. They said death row, or they're just trashing the artist, saying, I'll never support you again. It's like, mate, would you want someone up there throwing up, doing a little jiggy dance and things like that?
I even looked to it, how many times with the podcast that we've done, I know that we're 150 plus episodes in, how many times as well have, like, you and I just been like, mate, I know that we're meant to catch up twice a week. Originally it was meant to be 3 and all that, and sometimes it's like, I actually can, like, either there's other commitments or I'm just under the weather. Like, mate, if we do the podcast, like, you're actually better off not having me today.
Yeah, I think
like,
that's
there's
happened
actually no point having, like, you can't even lift me. Like, I'm going to be so monotone. I look and feel like death. I sound like death. You're going to be over here, like, acting like all amazing and all happy dappy and all that stuff. Meanwhile, I'm going to be sinking to the couch, being like, hey guys, yeah. So
yeah, and then you're right. There's been times where it's like I can do it, but we've said to each other, bro, you're gonna have to bring the vibes tonight.
Yeah.
Like I'm down, but
Which
I'm
is
just,
happened. Like that's
happened
fine.
multiple times.
That's fine. But like sometimes it's just like even like your mate just can't. Sometimes you just get into a mind space. You just have a bad day where you're just like, I really don't want to. I didn't want to go to work. I don't even want to like see my friend. Like I don't actually even want to. I still live at home, but like it's also like I don't even want to talk to my mum. Like I don't. I'm now that I'm at home in my room. I actually don't want to leave.
I want to spend enough time by myself that when I can have my sleep, which is my reset. But until that time, I just want no one.
Yeah,
let's try again.
I'm not even on my phone.
I need a reset, but until then, it's just not going to happen. The and what I was going to talk about before, just going back when we were talking about you know, people crossing that boundary and running up to celebrities, singers, it could be anyone. The reason it's dangerous, and it hasn't happened in a while, but it happened to a YouTuber a long time ago, and I remember her name was CHRISTINA GRIMME.
Oh, I know about this because I was subscribed to her.
She was one of the first YouTube, I guess, like, influence singers.
Yeah.
No one was doing it.
Blew up
Yeah.
big time.
So she started doing her own concerts, things like, and there wasn't a lot of people at that time. If you did something different on YouTube, you blew up real quick. Like a lot wasn't getting done.
I would say
it's too saturated now.
I would say as well, and no, fuck it. She was also quite attractive, which also helped.
Yeah, she was very attractive. Yeah, and she did
like she could market herself quite well.
Yeah, and what's the
like? She was an amazing singer too. Like she actually could fucking sing, but
but again, if we go the way she died, and I don't know if this happened at a fan meetup or it happened at her concert after or during. I don't know. All I know is that a fan went up to her to hug her, and she was like, "Oh, okay," and went to hug, and then he shot her, and he killed her. Right? So someone getting too close, and this is what I mean. So many.
You never know what the other person's going to be doing.
Never.
And people aren't genuine.
100%.
It's the real world, ladies and gentlemen.
Wasn't there before he passed away? Wasn't there that singer? He was an amazing singer. He's
if you're talking about rappers, we have had so many in the space. Like you had Mac Miller that died by drug overdose because he got like someone laced him.
He was African American.
African American, or Nipsey Hussle got shot.
I don't want to die. That one.
Oh, XX,
yeah.
He got shot. He withdrew money from an ATM, like a bank, and then he was buying a brand new motorbike from memory, and he got car. Sorry,
yeah, and he got shot. Yeah, he got robbed.
That happened to Pop Smoke as well.
Yeah, but with that, the whole point is he was on stage singing, and he was just acoustic singing along. And some dude sprinted up and punched him. He punched his lights out. Like, have you seen that video?
No, I don't think so.
You have it. I'll quickly show it on screen as well. But I'll show you.
There's so many incidences though of celebrities, even like having their location settings on. Like they might be with like a female, and they're like, "Oh, hey, can you not have the location settings on?" And all that. Because I think that may have been what happened to Pop Smoke. Like the chick that he was with had her location settings on. And he's like, "Can you not do that?" He's like, no, and posted a photo, and then people pulled up and, drive by.
And that's why, like, security needs to be on the ball all the time because you've got people that...
you just don't know what the public are going to... Like, you don't know what the public's going to do.
Yep. All right. Press resume and watch that. I'll put it on the YouTube now. Right. So, XXXTentacion is, or however you say his name, he's standing on stage, he's singing, and then someone out of the blue has come up and just clocked him and knocked him out cold, and it started a massive brawl.
Yeah, holy shit, right.
Yeah, and there needs to be...
That's crazy. I didn't even know that this happened.
Yeah, so that happened ages ago, but what I'm saying is, look, some of these places, there's a reason if that security needs to be taken so seriously, and once you start letting someone who wants to... I don't care how big of a fan they are, if they want to run up and hug and ignore security, then they're opening... the floodgates. They are really opening it up where security are now like, oh, maybe I shouldn't tackle her because that other security guard who tackled that girl who had that I Love Justin Bieber bracelet, I broke her fucking wrist, and now I got fired from my job.
You're a security guard though, like that's your duty of care.
Yeah, I would if I was a singer and I was on stage, I would say to all security, like, there shouldn't be anyone in a 5 meter radius of me that I don't know.
I tend to agree with that.
They shouldn't come up anywhere close.
Unless I've asked someone from the crowd, me personally, I've hand selected someone being like, hey, come up on the stage.
Exactly, definitely.
Then that's different. But
That's
if you
so
don't
different.
pick someone, or maybe you've had a sound check and someone's purchased a VIP ticket and you're like, hey, I just want to let you know, obviously you've been listening to the sound check, you said that you wanted to come up on stage and dance with me or sing a verse, whatever. Just a heads up and giving, like, I just want to let you know that I'm going to say, hey, I'm going to play this song, I'm going to get someone from the crowd. That's when, if you just want to walk to the fence or whatever, the security will let you jump over and bring it up on stage, sort of thing.
Yep.
So,
Yeah, I'll it's
it's a good discussion to talk about though. Stuff, because it happens all the time. You see videos everywhere. I think it'd be great. Well, another one, Ariana Grande's concert where the bomb went off. As well, like, it's fucking crazy, man. Harry Styles has had things thrown at him.
Yeah, did you see, which I thought was so messed up, it might have been Katy Perry at, the Don't Touch a Hoe, Don't Touch Me.
Bit of 303 there.
Whoa, that one?
Yeah.
I think they had a song with Katy Perry. Might have been that one, actually. And at a concert, she crowd surfed. And when she crowd surfed...
Oh, didn't she get groped?
She got groped like crazy.
That's fucked.
How messed up is that?
That's fucked. That's another scary thing, though, that happened, man. Like, people don't care.
Yeah.
There is no care factor because oh my God, I touched Katy Perry, but it's like, but she didn't
Who
give
the fuck would you tell?
But she didn't give consent.
Yeah. That is not a story.
Like, if
you
someone's
should tell
crowd
a soul.
surfing, they're not expecting to get touched up or felt.
Yeah, that if you've done that and then you somehow tell someone else about,
that's not something to be proud of.
There is never any. Oh God, that's nothing to be proud of. Did you know the other one? Did you see DJ Khaled try to crowd surf once?
I haven't seen that.
He took out the whole crowd. It was so
I remember seeing
nuts.
Akon crowd surf to Sexy Bitch, and he like launched. I was like, oh my God, look at the rap he got. It was incredible. I think credit to anyone. But have you seen also the security go nuts? When, like, I feel like the security actually hate it when any musician or anyone does it. Because they're like, oh my fucking God, like, you've now put yourself in so much danger and risk.
Yep.
Like, how fucking... like, they're actually, like, almost angry.
Yeah. So to finish it off on the YouTube, I'm going to show you guys. If you've seen...
We're the best music.
This one isn't too bad. So I need to find the other one. That's hilarious. In this video, no, that's not the one I want to show. DJ Khaled slowly goes up to the crowd and what he does is he leans himself back. And obviously, big boy, people can't lift him, so people are just crumbling around him. But that's
so embarrassing as well,
it is. The one I want to show you is the one where he just, out of the blue, without, like, imagine you're just enjoying the concert, and then out of the blue, I think I've found it, yeah. Out of the blue, he just runs up and just jumps on everyone. You wouldn't be prepared for DJ fucking Khaled to do.
No, that'd be the last thing that I was be expecting, my man.
So press play.
Kills 10 people.
No, well, the title. Someone's got you on the title there. Kills 10 people.
I love I love it. This says DJ Khaled kills 10 people while attempting to crowd surf, but the mainstream media won't talk about it.
That's gold.
Well, that gets them.
Yeah, we're going to bring out some
sweet fuck all upvotes, by the way. I guess a lot of people don't really care for it.
I'm not too familiar with
the upvotes and downvotes.
Yeah. I know some videos take off, some don't. But I want to start
using Reddit a bit more.
Yeah, a bit react, because they have wild videos on there that
just crazy stories. Some aren't real.
Yeah,
some are real.
Some aren't real. Some are real. But I want to start reacting to some of them on.
It'd be cool to do that on this. Yeah. Just gauge some reactions.
Yeah, some of the ones coming out. Like these are 3 that we're not going to talk about now, but we're going to promo a bit for the next few episodes. I'll tell you 3 that I've got saved. I want to talk about.
Right.
We've got one who is in his mate's car and decides to obviously rev it up a bit, and then he's going on the freeway, goes too fast, goes off the road, and they crash. and it's two Aussie blokes, and he gets out, and he's like, "What the fuck have you done? Fuck, man, fuck! I told you not to. Fuck, you've completely fucked the car." So I'd love to go into like how damaging a friend's property, not property, yeah, their property. That's it's just not. There's no if I damaged $200 shoes of yours, I can make that up. I can be like, fuck, I'll buy him some new kicks, and I can't believe like you'd be so upset, but I can make that right. But you would genuinely be upset, mate. If I crashed your car, this is now a big dispute where it's like you have to come after me for that money. There is no,
yeah. So like, mate, it's fine.
There's literally none of that. Okay, there's none. Another one was in a classroom, a substitute teacher was getting pushed. It is getting pretty much insulted by one of the students, and the guy's like, say it again, and then the teacher ragdolls him. I'd love to talk about if a teacher. I remember having a couple times in my class teachers cry, and I'm thinking, I'll go back and I'm like, fuck, man. You've had a couple of bad days. If you had 20 little shits pushing your buttons, you could really blow up. And the final one, I think I've got it here. Let me just double check where it is, because I'm brand new to Reddit. That's right. So the other one is really interesting. Obviously, I don't want kids, but there's a couple on what's it called? A pier, right?
Yes, right, yep.
And the guy has got his little girl handing his girlfriend a box with the ring in it.
Okay,
he's proposing. And then this little girl, she's fumbled, and the ring has dropped off out of the box.
Oh, that's a big VR.
Through the crack of the pier.
Oh, no.
And then he's freaked out, jumped under the pier trying to find the ring. Like, keep in mind, trying to now find a ring in the ocean.
Good luck, Tim.
Don't get me wrong. I know it's in that one spot, but far out, that is so incredibly hard. A ring.
That's minuscule.
Yeah. But while that's happening,
without goggles.
While that's happening and everyone's freaking out, and who knows how much of this guy's wage that was, the kids crying, complaining, like, oh, hey, like, I'm like, oh my God, I hate kids. And obviously the kid has no idea it's her fault, but it was driving me nuts that this guy's lost this ring and the kid's crying her eyes. Oh, it's like, oh. So there's a few things I want to
I like it. I like it. I think this
to.
could be really cool to...
Because another one I'll find, exact same scenario, one woman is trying to propose to another woman.
Okay, right.
And this kid, annoying kid, like, you know when it's annoying kid? This annoying kid keeps trying to get in the shot while they're trying to get this perfect shot. Like, mom, and trying to find out what's in the box. And yet I think an uncle or something came in, just grabbed him by the back and was like, come here. Like, you're ruining something special.
Holy shit.
Yeah, so I think that's going to become a segment. Because I only use Reddit when I'm in the bathroom now. That's my goal.
Okay, right? Beautiful.
So when I'm in the bathroom, I'm going to scroll and find some good ones, save them.
It could be good, man. Like a once a week, whether it's the middle of the week, the end of the week, we finish the week off with Reddit Fridays.
But I need to make sure, I really need to make sure that the video translates well to the audio only as well. That's my goal.
Oh, very true, yes.
I don't want to do something that's video only and we're reacting for 10 seconds and the listeners have no idea.
Yeah, no, that's
so
very
I want to make
true.
sure that there's audio in the background too.
I like it. I'm keen.
But I'm thinking before we go, we've done 3 long pods today.
We have, but that's what Morokai is all about.
We're another thing I want to do. I want us to come up with a couple of fitness challenges. Oh. And I was like, that way we can hold ourselves accountable.
Oh,
and
we
like
can.
Call it like Fitness Friday. Now, don't get me wrong, the whole Friday podcast isn't going to be fitness the entire fucking time. But like every Friday, just like a quick update. Like, man, how's that goal? Like, you wanted to do this, this, and this.
That's
how
true.
you tracking? And then
so it's like, I want to run 10K.
Yeah, and it might be 6 months away. And then there might be a couple of weeks, but bro, I'm actually like, I'm not going to lie to you. This whole week I've been like slacking. And that way we can be like, what was your fucking goal, man? Like,
yeah, that's true. No, I like that, man.
And then in 6 months' time, we could look back and be like, fucking either drop some weight, gain some muscle, could be anything. Be like, mate,
that'd be sick.
Yeah.
No, I'm about that. That's a great idea.
Bit of the Fitness Friday, just for like 5 minutes of the pod. So
yeah, just starting off the pod with the catch up. I like it, mate.
Beautiful. We're going to come up with some segments. All right, guys, that was Morokai with 2 eyes. Thanks so much for watching. We'll see you next one.
Boom.
Bam. Oh. Boom.